Education Society, redefining excellence.
Hi, I am Tanmay Kumbar, and my group members are Priyanka Gaikwad, Nupur Kale, and Adhar Walekar. And we are the second year students of Computer Engineering Department from Zeal College of Engineering. We had carried out this project under the guidance of Professor Rohini S. Zadav. Our topic of presentation is prepare specifications for client server network. So it's a pleasure to explain our topic throughout this whole presentation to you. Our project abstract is that in client server, there is a distributed computing system where task splits between software on the server side and the client side. The server acts as a center point on the network upon which the other systems connects. So, have you ever wondered that how you can run such big system applications like Amazon, Flipkart, Microsoft Store, online games like Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, etc. And there are tons of many other applications which has a large data centers resources and other stuff. And these application uses client server network. That means the software of that application that we are using, its main data is actually situated in server, which acts like a center point. That means from there, the resources are exchanged with the client. And the client is none other than the local devices or the normal devices that we use to access these applications in our daily lives. The client computer requests information from the server, initiating activity or requesting information. This is comparable to a customer who orders material from a supplier who responds on a request by shipping the requested materials. The client system requests information from the server. So here, if the client wants some resource, then it requests the server for that resource. For example, if a customer needs information regarding any product, then the client will request the server for that. So basically, throughout this presentation, we will explain the concept, and as per the topic, we had prepared the specification for client server network, and we are glad to proceed further. Now, our contents of this presentation are as follows. First one is client server, an introduction section. Second one is functions of client server network. Third one is client and server, an introduction section. Fourth one is working of client server network. Fifth one is specifications for server. Then moving further, our sixth topic is other specifications based on network, security, connections, communications, etc. And now the last one is advantages of client server network. Okay, so now the further explanation will be handled by my team member Priyanka Gaikwad. So Priyanka, over to you.
Hello, I'm Priyanka Gaikwad. Okay, so it's tough time for us during this pandemic, and of course, because of this, the demand for technology had increased in a tremendous amount, like online classes, online shopping, and yes, how can I forget the online games, which has a huge base. But have you ever wondered that how they work? How are we able to perform those tasks? Yes. Firstly, I would say that it's not possible to store the whole system in our devices because that requires a big storage unit and we don't have that much amount of storage. So then how we are doing these tasks? The answer and the savior for the task is none other than client server network. Okay, I get it now. You must be wondering that what is it? Then that's what we are going to see in our next slide. Client server. Client server model is a distributed application structure that partitions tasks or workloads between the providers of a resource or service called servers and service requesters called clients. As per this sentence, in client server network, the task is divided between server and client, in which server is the provider and client is requester. The client server characteristic describes the relationship of cooperating programs in an application. The server component provides a function or service to one or many clients which initiate requests for such services. As I said that it's not possible to store whole system in our devices, and to overcome this problem, servers helps us by providing services to many devices known as clients. So our next statement states that a computer networking model where one or more powerful computers means servers provide the different computer network services and all other users of computer network means clients access those services to perform users tasks is known as client server computer networking model. That means to provide those services we need supercomputer that is more powerful than our ordinary devices and they are in a large number as many clients use those services. Okay, next sentence defines that we need a medium to establish connection between client and server like LAN or WAN, by which we are able to share the services and establish a connection. This point will be more clear in the working session of our presentation. Now moving further, we will go through functions of client-server network. Okay, so first one is data storage for operation of data. Second one is handling security for managing the security during the connection. Third is hosting share application, that means making available that applications to clients. Four is managing an internet connection. Fifth is scheduling and running backups to maintain data under any circumstances. Sixth one is email services. Seventh is print jobs. Eighth is domain name services. Ninth is storing usernames and passwords to control access. 10th, assigning levels of access to resources. Last one is monitoring network traffic for making sure that the connection and resources are establishing a stable connection. Okay, now let's see what exactly client and server is. So as you can see here, there is an example that how does the client system looks like and how the server looks like. Fascinating. Just look here that how a server system have a large and big amount of builds, whereas a client system is a normal one. It can be a device from which you are seeing our PPT. So a client is a program that runs on the local machine requesting service from the server. A client program is a finite program, means that the service started by the user and terminates when the service is completed. A client is a computer that connects to and uses the resources of a remote computer or server. And a server is a program that runs on the remote machine providing services to the client. When the client requests for a service, then the server opens the door for the incoming request, but it never initiates the service. Okay, now further presentation will be carried next by Tanmay Kumbar.
Now it's time to understand the working of client-server network, that how it establishes connection, how the whole network works, and how the data or the resources are shared. So, as you can see that in our current slide, there is three portions: internet, server, and client. And they demonstrate the connection between the client and the server. So let's have a look on them. The first one is our server, that is the center point where the actual main data is situated. And as per this block of sentence, a server is a piece of computer hardware or software that provides functionality for other programs or devices called clients. That means that from here the features or functions are shared with the clients. Moving further, next point is regarding client. As we discussed, a client is a device from which we access the services provided by the server. So you can see the point for more clearness. Now the next point is internet. So why do we need it? Why it is necessary in client-server network? The internet plays an important role for establishing the connection between client and server. For example, that I want books from Zeal College of Engineering. And so to get that books, I need to follow a path by which I can reach at my destination. And then Zeal College will share the books with me. So in this example, I am client. Zeal College is our server providing service of books, and the path which I will follow to get that service or the books is none other than the internet. I hope so that this example is enough to clear that why we need the internet, as it is the medium between the client and the server. Here, the process or the working is mentioned. That first we need to start the server, as it's obvious that if we want to share resource with client, then we have to start the server. Then after this, the client connects with its name, IP address, and also verifies the credentials of client before giving access to the server. It's important to verify the credentials of the client in order to maintain the security while sharing the resource or the services. Then once the connection is established, server acknowledge client by welcome node. After that, server and client can now exchange the data in the form of media like music file, video file, images, and simple textual data. Now the server and the client exchange data in the form of media like music file, images, video file, and simple textual data. And if in case the server has to stop sharing the resource or the service, then in that condition, the server gets stopped. With the help of flowchart, here we can represent the process involved while establishing the connection between server and the client. So first we will start the server and the client in order to take first step towards establishing the connection between server and the client. And after this, the client requests server for the connection. And if the server grants the permission, then connection will be successfully established. But in case server don't grants the client, then it will show an error. That means the connection was unsuccessful. Moving further, in our presentation, we had prepared specifications for server. So here is the specifications. In hardware section, we need processor of Core i7 4790, and we need CPU of 3.60 GHz having 8 cores, then RAM of 16 GB, and after this we need SSD for more better data sharing as it's faster than the hard disk. So these are the specifications of hardware for server. And for the software, we need OS, that is operating system, on which we will run the services or the functionalities. And for building a software that is generally used in sharing the services, we need to use programming languages, frameworks, libraries, database, IDs, and much other stuff. So some are mentioned here. That is Node.js, Express.js, Socket.io, Apache Kafka, Apache Store, MongoDB, JDK, Eclipse, and HTTP client. So these are the specifications for the server. But wait a minute. Have you ever questioned yourself that if the actual data is stored in the server, then if in case the system or the server gets crashed under any conditions, then what is going to happen with our data? Is it going to last forever? So the answer for this question is mentioned just after this slide. To avoid the data loss, server has a backup system called as server backup system. And specifications for the system are Linux kernel. We will use the current 64-bit Linux kernel. Physical memory like RAM of 16 GB, CPU of 4 core minimum, free disk space of minimum 200 GB for the server backup manager installation. And remember that we need to extend this space as per the data. Primary storage types, directly attached storage including IDE, SATA, SCSI, SAS, ISCSI, fiber channel, dynamic disk, software RAID, hardware RAID, and solid state drives, that is SSD. Virtualization, VMware, MS Hyper-V, Linux KVM, Citrix Xen Server, Xen Source Hypervisor, disk safe locations, directly attached storage, network attached storage including IDE, SATA, SCSI, SAS, ISCSI, fiber channel, dynamic disk, software RAID, hardware RAID, solid state drives, and NFS. Disk safe storage, recommended 2 to 3x storage capacity of protected machines. Now these are the specifications for the server. Now the further presentation will be handled by my team member Nupur Kale. So Nupur, over to you.
Hello, my name is Nupur Manish Kait. So the specifications for client are dual core or core 2 duo CPU with 1.8 GHz or higher, 40 GB or higher hard disk. And in storage, we required minimum of 2 GB RAM or 4 GB RAM. We required integrated wireless card and Ethernet adapter, which is optional. In OS, Microsoft Windows 7 and above for laptops, desktops, professional versions are recommended. In iPhone, we required 4 and above. For iPad with iOS 7 and above. And there are some more other specifications which are based on network security, connections, communication. So the first one, it is wireless router broadcasts and receives data wirelessly to or from tablets, PCs, or desktops and other wireless equipment connectivity that are required in practice. Then the second one is network backbone. It is used for large practice. The switched network backbone must support 100 Mbps or higher. Then the third one, it is remote access. Remote access is required for support and updates. Remote desktop connection details are required for remote support. The fourth one is SSL security certificate. If the system need access from outside the server or providers or requires portal, a domain name and a valid SSL security certificate from a third party is required to be purchased from the client to avoid security certificates while accessing it. And the last point is internet speed. A single server hosting all the required data in a single place facilitates easy protection of data and management of user authorization and authentication. Resources such as network segments, servers, and computers can be added to a client server network without any significant interruptions. Now, advantages of client server network. So, in client server network, it is generally more secure than peer to peer network. One client computer is crashed, then it does not affect the other computers. It is easier to recover file as backup and it can be controlled centrally by network administrator. Files and resources are easier to share and control from server. All the required data is concatenated at a single place at a server, so it is easy to protect the data and provide authentication. Then, it is also easy to replace, upgrade, or relocate the nodes in the client server model because all the nodes are independent and request data only from the server. It is easier to administrate the whole network using a server. It has a faster performance as each computer is one fulfilling one role. Security is potentially cheaper and easier when done centrally, as backup is centrally controlled, so individual users don't have to worry about backups or security. Larger networks can be created. So if we can increase the number of clients and servers separately. That is, we can add new element and can be added, or we can add a new node in the network and at any time.
Thank you for your valuable time and also having attention and interest towards our presentation.